of the great things about the Carolinas is we have a destination for just about anything you want to do. This show is all about, well, getting married in the Carolinas. And boy, do we have some wonderful places. We're going to share a few of those with you during this episode. We're also going to visit with Charles Babb. Charles is a world-class ring designer. And well, he's one of the first guys we need to see when we're going to propose. I think you're going to love this show. This episode of Life in the Carolinas is brought to you in HD by Hampton Inn Suites at Phillips Place. Closed caption brought to you by Moosehead Grill, home of Uncle Donnie's national award-winning wings. Well, Gina, Hatteras Island, as you may know, is one of my favorite places to visit.
Favorite to many.
Yeah, that's right. I've noticed that there have been magazines laid around the island about getting married, weddings on the Outer Banks. So the inn here at PAMLICO Sound has been part of that world for some time, right?
Yes, sir.
Tell me about that. What is a wedding like at PAMLICO Sound?
Well, weddings here are relaxed. Casual. Most brides come here to get away from the hustle and bustle of the city.
Right.
So they want a laid back, relaxed time to get together with their family and enjoy the beautiful view.
My time here, I love waking up and seeing the sound in the morning is so relaxing. So when it comes to weddings, what is that process like here? I know that, I know how to check in, but I've seen brides and grooms here before. But what's that process like?
Most people find us either from vacationing here or they love the Outer Banks, so they want to get married here at Hatteras Island.
So a lot of people will come here on vacation, and then when it's time to get married, they remember the experience and they'll give you a call and say, hey, can you do weddings?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, basically. Some brides and grooms have been here in the past and others have never even stepped foot on the property until they arrive for their wedding.
Wow. So how do they find you? Just online?
Online. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what type of experiences can people have when it comes to getting married here?
We have packages that vary all the way from an elopement to a wedding weekend. An elopement package are just we two. Basically, it's just the two people coming without their family.
Right.
And they come here, usually stay with us. They get to choose from a couple different spots to get married on the property.
Oh.
And then they have dinner. And we do a little, help them choose their vendors, pick a cake if they choose to have one.
So it's a true elopement?
It's a true elopement.
Okay, so you have a package for people to elope, and then what about a bigger crowd?
We can move right on up to a ceremony and private dinner party, which is where the couple chooses to come in with a small intimate group and get married on the property and simply have dinner here. And then we move right on up to a no stress wedding, which is for brides who do not want to worry about anything. We help choose all their vendors, book the vendors, help make selections of all their decorations, and they come in and the work is done. They literally just give me their favorite flower, their favorite kind of cake. Sometimes they'll tell me what kind of theme, which being on the Outer Banks, most people want a beach theme wedding here.
Right. So tell me about the cakes. They're an important part of weddings.
They are an important part of weddings. We do have an in-house pastry chef. She's been making cakes. They're beautiful. The No Stress Wedding is a bundle package, all in one bill as far as their cake goes, their flowers, their officiant. Maybe have a DJ or go a little bit more extravagant as far as their flowers go or more expensive flowers, then that would be an upgrade. But other than that, those things are included. It's an all-inclusive package.
It's all taken care of.
That's correct.
It's like going on a cruise.
The biggest package that we have is called a wedding weekend package. It doesn't necessarily mean that it takes place on the weekend. You take over all the rooms here at the inn. We have 12 rooms available. We usually could do about between 50 and 100 people, or 50 and 150 people on a wedding weekend, and you take over the entire inn for the weekend.
So 150 people, I mean, they're not all sleeping in 12 rooms, so you have other accommodations that you can utilize as well, correct?
That is correct. We have what we call a preferred vendors list, and that is a list of people that we work very closely with, from videographers, photographers, bakers, officiants, florists. They all work best with us. They know what to expect from us. They know our property very well. They meet our expectations in every way.
And these are people you probably worked with for years.
Oh, of course, yes.
Right. So the level of professionalism is really high then.
Yes.
What can someone experience when they get that 2 or 3 day package where the place is entirely theirs? What does that mean?
So with the wedding weekend package, all the amenities of the inn belong to the couple, to anyone who's staying here. The restaurant is opened only to the public on the night prior to the wedding. Other than that, the restaurant is closed specifically to the wedding guests.
So it's like having your own resort.
Exactly.
I mean, you've got it's all yours.
It's all yours, yeah.
Tell us about the food here and why it's so special.
I think what makes our food special here is that we customize our menus to each couple.
Each wedding party, each wedding that happens here, for those 60 weddings that happened this past year, you're telling me that each one of those had its own menu?
Yes, sir.
Wow, that's amazing. With the Pamlico Sound on this side, the Atlantic on this side, fish has to be a big part of the menu.
Yes. And normally what we do with that is if somebody chooses to have the fresh catch, of course we don't know what the fresh catch is until the day before. So right up until their wedding, most people are asking, what is the catch?
Right.
And then, we'll know what was caught.
So there's a suspense that's building,
Yeah.
even for the bride,
Of course.
knowing what her food's going to be.
Yep.
Does this help the location? I mean, being here on Pamlico Sound and...
I mean, the view, you can't beat the view.
Right, right. Do you think that promotes romance?
Yes, sir. Of course it does. How can it not?
Right.
Here at the Inn on Pamlico Sound, we have everything right here. You don't even have to leave the property. We've got a fine dining establishment. We've got a full-service bar, kayaks, paddleboards, bicycles, everything you need is right here. A pool,
So it's right here, all of it.
everything
Yeah.
included in your package.
And that great view. All right, I'm sold. Get married on the island of Happiness in Buxton at the Inn on Pamlico Sound. Just like going on a cruise.